Hey yo, what is going on everybody? Depraved Slasher, and we are back with another music reaction. I'm Depraved.
I'm Hellcat.
Together we are
Hello, Depraved.
So we are finally on the last track of the Hard album.
Not that I want it to be over, but...
So, this is called Memorial Day. I believe this was actually also released as a single, like the second single off the album.
Okay.
It's got its own little album cover, or
Yes,
art
it does.
cover. And it looks like it's going to be more of a somber song. Like remembering friends or...
For Memorial Day.
Yeah.
Yeah. Tribute.
So we'll see how we get through this.
All right.
I am still super excited to listen to this, though. Like I said, this is the end of the album, which means we can move on to other projects from Crook and or
Crook and
Joel,
whatever he's in.
whatever people are doing.
Right.
But I'm definitely loving this path that we have been on.
Me too. This EP has been amazing.
I think we might check out another couple family business songs after this in terms of future Crook things, unless Crook just surprise drop some shit.
Which would be nice.
Yeah.
I mean, just don't do it on the same day as everybody else.
Yes, please.
Yeah. Don't be a sheeple. No, more because we need time.
Right. I feel bad it's taken us this long to get through it, because it's been out for like a month now.
Right. Almost exactly. Yeah. But this has been your crazy month. So,
true.
I mean, it just coincided with extra overtime and 6-day weeks.
Also true.
Yes. Work weeks.
Um,
All weeks have 6 days.
But
for those that didn't know.
Yeah, I'm super stoked to continue or to wrap up this album. So this is Memorial Day, King Crooked Joell Ortiz off the Hard album, last track on the album, track number 8. So with that being said, we will slash it up and break it down. Let's get it.
Maybe.
Heat makers, crack music.
We all standing outside in that all black. Some niggas dressed the best they could in them worn slacks. I don't get along with everybody here, but out of respect, I'ma fall back. So today I ain't on that. Nah.
Funeral.
You know, I wish there were more people like that.
Yeah, today is important. I'll respect that. I may not get along with all of you, but it's not a day for that.
Because I have seen arguments break out at a few funerals.
I have seen family members argue at funerals over, like, the will and stuff.
Right, and it's like, today's not the day for that.
So disrespectful.
Like, today's supposed to be...
In memorial.
In memorial, like a celebration of life for...
Some people want the celebration, some people want the more somber remembering ceremony, but either way...
I want to be buried in a spring-loaded casket, so when somebody goes to exhume me in a few thousand years, I pop the fuck out at them.
Mm-hmm. I could see that.
One more last scare before I get shuffled away for good.
Okay. I just want somebody to attend the eulogy and be like, nah, she wasn't like that. Mm-mm. Nah.
Right.
Rod was a bitch. Y'all didn't know her at all.
I was just gonna sign the book and dip, but you my man, so I'ma give you this last look and shit. Now your mother coming my way. For her, I'ma act okay, but son, I don't know what to say. My mouth ain't moved for nothing, it's wild. I just paused. She gave me this long hug and then smiled and said, I'm okay. But she ain't mean that. I could see she torn apart, and that just hit me in my heart. They finna start your eulogy. Yeah, that part. I just flashed back to that park in Brooklyn where we slapboxed. I took it to the court and slapped backboards. Then pushed it to the street. 2-hand touch. We play from that car to that car. Remember? We go that far.
This is like a song I would do for me and my buddy Joe, because that was us.
Right.
Hang out on the corner, go play some basketball.
Right.
Play football in the street.
Yep. Yep.
This is
flashback to that park.
Except we
played in the street.
We didn't do 2-hand touch very often. If we were in the street, we did. And that's just because we were too lazy to walk down to the park.
I could see it.
Which is weird, because I mean we're out running plays.
Right.
So why we?
But you are one of the most lazy, hyperactive people I know.
True. But yeah, it would be. That's how it'd be. Like from this car to that car.
Right.
Somebody's car always inevitably got hit.
Yeah. Well.
Usually with a body, because
Slam.
I have had it a few times where I went to go catch a ball and was not aware of where I was at, and then I would end up in the car. Well, not in the car, but on the car.
That's a hard.
I'd catch it though.
Yeah. Just saying. I like that he's going down memory lane, and yeah,
the idea of like the dude's mom coming up.
That's what I was just going with.
Not
like,
knowing what to say.
And her trying to be strong and just knowing that she's not okay, even though she says she is.
Because one of the hardest things to do is console somebody who has just lost someone, especially when you're hurting.
Right.
Like, it's...
Right. You don't want to feel selfish and be like, I'm hurting too. But on the other hand, like, what do you say? How do you put in words?
Right. Well, and to be fair, you really can't. There's nothing you're going to say that's going to make somebody really feel better.
Nope. It's just a time for sharing empathy is what it is.
The honest to God truth, in my opinion, the best thing you can do is share good stories.
Yep.
You know, leave that positive
That's why
thing.
I said I'm really glad he's going down memory lane of all the... Yeah,
right.
Good times.
Pushed it to the street.
At least right now.
Yeah.
Two-hand touch, we play from that car to that car. Remember? We go that far back, I'm talking little. Just happy while you was here, I always told you that you official. This shit foul, man, blow the whistle. Hang my man.
Ooh, even in...
A couple, yeah.
Fucking sad songs.
I don't know that they
can't do it.
Yeah, exactly. But I'm glad that while you were alive, I told you were official. And they go back that far, and then
blow the whistle. This shit's foul. That's bar.
Told you that you official. This shit foul, man. Blow the whistle. Hang my man Jersey in the rafters. We gon' miss you. Wet tissue as your fam lift you. Walk you out the church to the hearse, give you that last lift to. That place they gon' forever sit you. Below the ground, I hold it down and never forget you. Pledge allegiance to the flags and the do-rags. None of us came up good, so we do bad. Victims of circumstance, food stamps, cash advances from welfare, bullshit healthcare. We all we got. Look around this house of worship, let's dead this warship. We all we got. We all we got. Look around this house of worship. I mean, come on, kids. We all we got. 6 ball bear.
I like the fact that they named this Memorial Day. Because a lot of us think that Memorial Day is supposed to only be for the veterans, the people in service that died. And that may be where the emphasis is put. But it is supposed to be a day of remembering those that have passed before us, not specifically service members. And the way that he's stating that growing up in the hood was like a war zone.
I was going to say, to be fair, that's exactly, where I was about to go with it,
too. So they are, I mean, they may
were
not
service to the streets.
Right.
Every town has an Elm Street.
Why aren't we popular?
Thank you. That is the second recording tonight where someone has subbed.
Yes. Appreciate you.
Welcome to the Nightmare Gang.
We'll get a full name at some point.
Possibly. But anyway, yeah, I really like how he's the metaphor is what I was going with.
This house of worship, I mean, come on, kids, we all we got. 6 ball bearers wearing Dickie suits. Gangsters from different sides, it's like a city truce. We was all just kids eating forbidden fruits. Some of us branched off but didn't forget our roots.
That tree scheme.
Fruits, branched off, didn't forget our roots. Again, they add that in. I like that he put that there's the 6 pallbearers and they're from different groups at this point.
Right.
But they all came together and are being respectful.
It's like a city truce.
Yeah.
It's eating forbidden fruits. Some of us branched off but didn't forget our roots. Never. Ain't a family in here that you don't belong to. A new reason to put on that old suit. Damn. Forest Lawn Funeral Home. Two to your dome. Got your sis singing a beautiful song. Type of shit for you to go home to. Damn, tears just racing out. Seen a couple frauds taking pictures for the gram. This ain't the place to be chasing clout. Only fuck with you when you papered out. But when you was down, they never came around. But we was different, homie, that's a true blessing. I'm looking around this church learning a few lessons. To the homies who made excuses and didn't come. Your absence left a huge presence.
Your absence left a huge presence. We see that.
Right.
We see that you're not here.
It's
true though. I mean, like, obviously it's true, but it's like
I understand that feeling too, though. Cause so when I was it was about 2 years ago, my buddy Kevin passed away. Was murdered, shot. They found him face down, some sidewalk somewhere. I hadn't talked to Kevin in years. Probably since I was a teenager. And I'm talking, I'm 34 now. I was like 32.
Right.
When the funeral went. And I still went.
Right.
And there were people he hung out with on the regular that didn't show up.
Right.
And it's like, I don't understand. I've never understood if you were really close with somebody. The only excuse you got is if you're in jail or...
I mean, there are circumstantial things, like if the funeral is being held out of state and you legit cannot afford to go. But again, there are other ways to send your condolences or support or show that you would be there if it, at all possible. Like, I get circumstances keeping you from doing it.
Right.
But there's very few reasons not to be, especially if they meant something to you.
Right.
Income, your absence left a huge presence. Real niggas do real things. Now we graduated now, so we real kings. I love you, my brother, you up in heaven in a Long Beach hoodie, some Chuck Taylors and some ill wings. Pledge allegiance to the flags and the do-rags. None of us came up good, so we do bad. Victims of circumstance, food stamps, cash advances from welfare and bullshit healthcare. We all we got. Look around this house of worship. Let's dead this warship. We all we got.
I just got the play on words. House of worship on this worship.
Right.
Look around this house of worship. Let's dead this warship. We all we got. We all we got. Look around this house of worship. I mean, come on, kids. We all we got. Time is our most precious commodity, you know? And we don't know how much time we have on this earth, so while we here, I'ma tell all my niggas I love you. And rest in peace to the fallen. Yep. I let the Hennessy bottle cry on the curb for you. We all we got. Yeah, we all we got.
I like the Hennessy reference to pouring it out in libation to the deceased. A lot of people have that, do that, not necessarily with Hennessy, but
pour a little liquor on the curb for him.
Right. I just like how he put it. It's a somber, tough track. They still managed to add in
some good bars.
And again, I really like how they made it Memorial Day, because that is what Memorial Day is supposed to be about, and it is what just remembering the fallen before us is supposed to be about. It doesn't have to obviously be on Memorial Day.
Right.
But good track.
And I like how both Joell and Crook painted a picture of, like, even with everyone there not being cool, everyone was willing to just let shit slide.
Yeah, it was a truce. It was respect for the fallen. Yeah.
That one day to, again, be respectful of the fallen, like you said. And there's, like I said, there's families that can't even do that.
Right.
And we're talking about families, people that grew up together, and
blood related families. Like, yeah, but I also like how they both took the route of good memories. Yes. I do like that. That hook. I was smiling at the end because I really like how they point out bullshit healthcare, which I agree with.
Right.
Yeah. I mean.
And I guess that's a quick review of the album, since this is the end of it. It's actually one of the better albums I've heard in a long time from any hip hop artist.
Solid album.
All the way through.
Every single song on it was solid. If
I had one nitpicky ass complaint, it would be I'm still, even with it being two people on an album, I'm not a fan of 2 verse tracks, which there was a lot of.
Right.
I kind of wish they'd have done 3 verses and maybe split the songs on who got the third verse.
Right. Or split the last verse.
Or split the last verse, or even have a track going back and forth for 3 verses would be fine. And I'm not saying all of them.
Right.
But maybe have a couple more, a couple of them that way. And like I said, that's being nitpicky.
Right. We're old school. We're older.
Well, they are too.
Yeah, I know, but we prefer the 3-track.
Right.
Format.
Like I grew and I know, like I said, they grew up with it too.
Yeah.
Because I don't think they're that much older than we are.
Yeah, they're not, but this is what newer hip hop has come to, is more 2 verse.
But yeah, I think
just in general, even.
Yeah, in general, that's a complaint I could give for the entire hip hop industry, especially on YouTube.
Well, especially when it's one person on a track, it's like you're not trying to split it up evenly. You could give us a 3rd verse. Right. You could. But the entire album,
it was
solid, amazing. They had a great mix, I thought, in terms of somber, slower, medium bars, and then bar heavy.
Right.
And every single one, they slipped in a few that made us go, geez, guys.
And then I did like the idea of both of them having 1 track on their own.
Their own, yeah.
I would say that is definitely a pro, in my opinion, when you have 2 guys do a collab album.
Make sure they each have an individual. Yeah,
I like that setup. So, and maybe about 10 more tracks. No, I'm kidding.
Right.
This was fine.
Can we get more?
Give us more. Give us more. That's what fans do, right? We want more. We want more.
Well, when they give us something this amazing, and granted, like, they may have had more, and this
was what they chose.
Yeah, they were like, these 6 are amazing, which they were, and therefore the rest of them just don't add up, But anyway, we loved it.
Yeah, definitely glad I can put this whole album in a playlist now.
Yeah. Don't have to wait to listen to any more songs.
Right.
Woo.
So with that being said, before I go, for those of you Crook fans that did show up, where should we go next?
Right.
Should we focus on an album? Do you have specific songs? I understand if you're going to do Good versus Evil. Somebody once tried to get me to start off in the middle of the album, and I was confused for that. Pretty much the entire song, because I knew it was a part of a story, and I felt like I was missing out on a lot.
That one has to go in order.
Yeah, that one's going to have to be one.
Should we do King Crooked? Should we do Crooked Eye?
Slaughterhouse?
Should we do Family Business?
Family Business.
Yeah, I mean...
And we'll definitely be hitting some Family Business
songs. We'll be doing
regardless.
a bit of all of that anyway, but
right.
If you want to give us an idea of what you'd like to see, let us know. Maria.
Maria.
We need that track list.
Yes.
Please.
But yeah, so guys, that is going to do it. Slash the like button, subscribe, and ring the bell for notifications. Comment down below, what did you think of Memorial Day? Of the album, period.
Right.
And yeah, check the descriptions for all the things. We love you guys. Thank you all for watching.
Push our buttons.
Cannot wait to see you depraved people later.
Night, night, nightmares.